that reminds me. Oh,
ooh, hello.
How are you all doing? So, welcome again to Karl and I's building evening of the P-47, 148 P-47 fly thing from Miniart. Today, in theory, should be engine day.
Yes.
Potentially. But I'm a little bit behind. Carl's gone whizzing ahead.
Yeah.
It's totally unusual. We got 3 people watching, and as I said in the comments, if you are watching, say hello and ask a question if you wish to.
Yes.
Steve is there saying good evening. Evening, Steve.
Evening,
and there
Steve.
are people joining us as we go along, so we'll highlight as we go along. Anyway, Carl, where are you up to? Tell me all about it.
So the cockpit walls and everything I managed to get finished off. We are together, kind of. The cockpit is glued in. This part is not. Let me just get my twazzers here. Move everything out of the way so we can find a pair. So this isn't in at the moment. I can't get it out. Oh. So this is still, it's finished. It's all painted, ready. And it's just sitting quite nicely. Cockpit is in, and that is glued in, but the rest of the fuselage is still unglued as of yet. There's a bit of flash down on the back of here that we've had to clean up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It is ready to be buttoned up, so to speak. And that's where we're at.
Cool.
And
you think you got any? Are you seen any issues or anything as yet?
There are a few gaps, especially where they put things in. I don't do planes, so I have no idea what it is. So this bit underneath here, there was a little bit that went in. You glued it to one side. Now, because you've glued it to one side, there's a great big whoring gap on the other side.
Right.
So it maybe would have been better to leave that out. And when you come to push them together, because you can get your fingers in there quite easily.
Yeah.
Just to position it in place and then glue it. So I have no idea what it is as of yet. It's just
that is the Ujima flip underneath. That's what that is.
Thingamajig bobber.
Yeah, the bobber.
So yeah, if we ever do one again, I know I won't, but you might. It might be worthwhile putting that bit in once it's together.
You might be surprised. Anyway, yes, so as Carl alluded to, we are pretty much in the same position. All is different is that I haven't painted the little bits and pieces that are on the side here. The cockpit is finished, obviously. The bit that sticks on the top is all but finished. I've just got a bit of detail painting to do, and mask all taken off, the clear part, and then we can button up as well. So we are pretty much where we're at, or need to be. The only thing in which I've done that Carl hasn't is I've just done some corks with some double-sided tape on, ready for the engine bits when we get to it, because they'll need to be painted up as we go along. So yeah, so that's we are pretty much where we are. I've been a good boy, not gone mad. A few people in the chat. Nice to see you all there, guys. Let's go through them. We've got Jim. Jim is saying hello,
Evening,
Carl
Jim.
and James. Evening, Jim. He's also saying happy Saturday and hello to Steve. Lee is in Anfield Road layout in the loft saying hi. Joe, good old Joe, is there saying good evening.
Evening, Joe.
And Steve is busy saying hello to Jim, and you're chatting between yourselves, and that's fantastic. Yes, so there we go.
The keen-eyed may have noticed that I have already lost my sticky up bit out of the back of there. Gone.
Let's skip past that on purpose.
Yeah, so we have scratch built its replacement, which is there from some plastic card. So that will be kept to one side until we are pretty much ready to paint the whole thing. So, but we were shopping in the town the other day, and I came across some of this.
Ooh, what's that? What's that?
Elasticord.
Oh, okay.
One of the these shops that do a bit of everything. They've got like wooden spoons and flowers and all that kind of stuff. So one of those shops is called Elastic Cord. Yeah, I think it's for doing like dry flowers and paper flowers and stuff like that. But it's 0.5 mil. There's a little bit of stretch to it, not a huge amount, but I thought that'd be pretty good for wiring and and it was dirt cheap. It was something like £1, and there's 10 meters there.
Yes. So you've got you have got the equipment to do more planes.
Boats.
Anyway,
boats. I was thinking boats.
Boats. Yeah. Oh my God. No. Junkworks said good evening all. And obviously they're talking amongst you, all talking amongst yourselves. So that's great. Boats.
Boats.
Yeah. Tall ships is what you're thinking.
Yeah. Floaty things.
Yes, I was thinking of something that begins with S that floats sometimes. But anyway,
they don't have tracks on them.
Well, depends how quickly you got to the basin before it. Anyway, let's move on before I
move swiftly on.
Right, I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of detail painting on this.
Tongues out.
So
I am going to take a quick look at the instructions for the engine.
For the next step.
Have a quick look through them.
Now, don't get excited when I say this, but you could make yourself bigger if you do that. And go through it with the audience, if you choose to.
So, there is quite a bit of detail in these engines. I was quite surprised. Well, what I would consider quite a bit of detail. Not a huge amount of steps, but the moulding is quite detailed. So, yeah.
No, you're right.
It's not too overtly difficult. I believe the plan is we're going to leave maybe a couple of the covers off, so we can't see that engine. So there's going to be a bit of time spent detail painting that engine.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that assumption myself.
Yeah.
However, I did have a little sneaky peek at the instructions earlier today and thought to myself that maybe it didn't lend itself to do that, but I might be wrong. Because of the way the excuse my crude aircraft terminology, but the bits that go around the engine.
These?
Yeah.
I don't know, because it looks like this is going to go and sit on the front, because there is a wall panel that looks like it covers the whole thing at the front there, like that. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's... Or does that sit before the engine? I think that might go before the engine, to be fair. Because it seems a bit mad to show you it like that, and then on the next stage you're putting the surround on. So I don't know.
So the person to ask is the wonderful Joe. The wonderful Joe will know. Maybe he'll be so kind as to answer in the chat as to whether we're going mad or not.
We went mad a very long time ago.
Well, that's true. Yes. Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
James. Oh. I did find some of these on my desk the other day. I can't remember what they were for. Pile of stones on my desk for something. Must be some diorama I was going to do. I can't remember. Yes. The things you find on your desk, huh?
Oh, yeah. You're talking to the man that's got a pile of nuts on his desk. I rest my case, my lord.
What?
What?
Oh, dear. Let's have a look at chat. So, where did we get up to? So we've said hi to Scott. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Joe is saying, looks like both of you are making good progress. Which, well, trying to. So, and then Joe is asking, Joe will know what?
If you show him the show him the diagram, or sorry, I'll shut up.
Whether this kit will lend itself to leaving some of these panels open to show off the engine detail. So, don't know. I don't think we'll really get a feel for it until we actually start to put it together, so to speak. I think. Ah, yes, okay. So the engine does sit on that piece there. That piece goes in first. And then the engine goes onto that. Okay. It's not a big plane, is it?
No. Well, not no. Yeah. Answers on a postcard.
I suppose if it was a bigger scale, it'd be bigger.
Well, that's true. It is quite a chunky aircraft, in fairness, in real life.
Yeah, I suppose it'll be a bit more thingy once the engine's on. Not the engine, the wings and stuff. Stuff that sticks out the sides.
So Joe has answered. He says that it does leave it an option. Only issue is how accurate do you want the engine mounting? Well, if it's in the kit is accurate, Joe, then that's good for me. If it's not, then I'm not really that worried. To be blunt, we're not going out of our way to make it fully accurate. We are just going out of our way to have a bit of fun.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah, make it look nice. I might do a pink one. I don't know yet.
I think it was more of a case that we felt it was a bit of a shame with that amount of detail not to show it off.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I am going to stick my cockpit in the hole.
Excuse me. Oh, look, you can have this piece open as well on the side. There's two different pieces, open or closed.
I think realistically, like you said, it is a case of build it and then make that decision, isn't it? Really,
yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, but you've got to make that decision as you are, because it says to make the pieces up on and around. So I suppose if you are going to open up the engine like that, what does it look like once the fast spinny bit goes on? All that cowling's off as well. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. You could leave the cowling and everything on and the propeller and just have like a panel or two open, off, so to speak.
Yeah, but that was pretty much where my plan was.
Yeah, maybe the top and that side. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. So Joe is saying, I haven't built the kit. Honestly, only one 47. For me, it would be a scratch up an engine mount, but I'm a glutton for punishment.
You are.
He definitely
This
is.
is very true.
Most definitely is.
I think for me, Joe, with this particular aircraft, I wanted to make it so it was out of the box to see just how good it was. If I was going to do major detailing, wiring, or all that sort of stuff to an engine, obviously I'd start looking at the mounting and being equally crazy, I guess. But for this particular build, I'm not really that way inclined. No, I want it to look good, but you know, to the same degree, I'm not gonna. It's more about making an illusion, I think is the phrase I'm trying to look for, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I lost the other decal sheet on purpose, didn't I? That's right.
Oh, did you? Oh, it just so happens I've got a spare one. I'll send it up to you.
No, you're all right. Who in their right mind is going to go and put all of those on? You've got to be, you've got to be a certain type of crazy, like. That is mad, absolutely mental. Imagine if you got a piece of armor and all them decals.
It's all I'm going to say. Just tracks.
I don't think so, pal. Let's cover this in mud.
What? You know, how many times have I said, you know, God, Jesus, how hard can you make the tracks? Just put the damn things together.
Tracks are amazing. Tracks are awesome. Best part of any armor build.
You see,
but quickly followed by wheels.
Quickly followed by wheels.
Yeah. I do like, especially a nice Tiger with like 4600 wheels.
So I've nearly got it all buttoned up.
So Jim is saying, for me, the Tamiya kit builds into a great model out of the box. Don't mind the lack of rivet detail. You sand most of it off anyway. Joe's saying, like I said, for me, I think a bit different than most, though.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Joe's saying, either way, it will build up very nice. He's just said, wow, that is a lot of decals. That's just one sheet. You've got this sheet as well. So yeah, there is a lot of decals on this. See, if I got a tank with half that amount of decals, I'd be like, So these things are almost as bad as what's that metal stuff called? This stuff that we never use.
Photo etch.
Photo etch, that's the word. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got bits of photo etch all over the place that it's like, nah, not using that. Mind you, I bought a bender, so I haven't built a kit with any photo etch in yet, so I've not tried it. So I'm hoping the bender thing makes that a little bit easier.
Okay. Technical term, the bender thing.
Bender thing, yeah. Oh, I've hit my camera. There we go. Steve is saying you love it, Carl. Yeah. Love it to death.
little bit like how you were loving your fibre optics today, Stu.
Oh, was that going well? Was it?
Oh, there was some interesting conversations being had with himself, I must say. And even a very interesting conversation with his daughter as well, I must say. That enlightening, in fact.
Okay.
But I won't go into detail because that would be unfair on his daughter. But yes, it was very enlightening. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. I do hope that Mrs. Steve hasn't had a long conversation with his daughter about other stuff. I may have opened a box of worms. Inappropriate. Well, he was inappropriate as it happened, but inadvertently was the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Yes. Awkward. Anyway. So I have now buttoned that up.
Where does that bit go? That's a bit strange.
What I'm going to do is I am actually going to get my pencils out again. Steve is shouting at me.
Yes.
I didn't. It wasn't my fault.
Don't even think about it, Batman.
So helpful. I know exactly what I'm doing here. Not. Right, let's see. Let's see if this amazing choice of technical rubbish I chose to do worked. Oh, hello.
I painted it by hand. Did it work?
Yeah, looks like it did.
Happy days.
I just it did indeed. Oh, hello. Where is the camera?
On the left.
There you go.
Very nice.
Happy days.
Yes. Yeah, I painted
Days
mine
of the
by
happy
hand
I am.
instead.
Eh?
So I painted mine by hand, so I didn't have to mask anything off.
Well, all I did, in fairness, was I undercoated it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I have an issue. What is the issue? Why is that doing that? I think I may have put a bit on wrong. That would make sense to me, but why?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that bit's coming off, is what I'm thinking. No. Let me rephrase that. That bit has come off.
It's gone.
It has been removed.
Was it that bit, was it?
The bit on the side here.
Okay.
I think I put it on wrong, if I'm honest.
Right. Okay.
So it's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of that.
A little bit of fertile in.
Yeah. And then it might be a piece that accidentally just doesn't make it to the model, which would be a real shame.
It is what it is, huh?
I'm not firking around with it too much, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
It will be what it will be, indeed.
Right. Let's have a... See, it looks like there's a lovely piece of this engine that's not even used.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they wouldn't use it. See when we get to it.
Fiddle and fart, budget and...
Bit of budget and what? Scarper?
Yes, very much so. On a Tuesday, normally.
Hmm.
The products are available.
So 7 people watching at the moment. So if you've not said hi yet, please say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Let me see.
It's gonna
Yes.
kick my ass.
T minus 24 days, I do believe.
Is it really?
Yes, T minus 24 days to Telford.
Way to go.
So, you got anything you are going to be particularly looking for?
No.
No.
No, I'm not particularly looking for anything. There is things that I'm keen to see,
Right.
but nothing. Yeah, nothing on the shopping list, so to speak.
Yes, we know Steve's got a list.
Oh God, yeah, he's got a list.
Some very nice stuff I wouldn't mind myself. But Steve does like a big un.
Oh yes,
Uh,
Steve is into his big uns.
Joe is just saying, to be fair, not many parts in the kit actually make it onto his model. Probably because he's scratch building most of it.
Yes. I do have, as it happens, Joe, you'll be glad to know, an idea of a project for next year, of which I will no doubt be going, help! Why did you take me down this rabbit hole? Yeah, I'll be following your madness, basically. Oh, that's so annoying.
And Scott is saying, have fun at Telford, guys. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, buddy.
We shall try our very best. I'm pretty sure James is the same, but I treat it more of a social event. Catching up with people
that
you talk to all the time online. That'll
Yeah,
be a
this year
priority for me.
This year is all social.
Yeah,
It's all about the social.
There is one kit. If I see it at a reasonable price, I may get it. But very much the same as last year at Telford. It's going to be tools and things like that I'll be looking for.
Well, we won't have to look far. I'll be standing next to you.
What, for a tool?
Mm.
There you go, James. Joe is saying, if I can, all you need to do is ask.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As always.
Be careful, Joe. He'll never leave you alone. What do I do with this bit?
I don't know what you mean. I'm sure.
Absolutely no idea whatsoever.
No. It's because I asked for a cup of sugar and all of a sudden now you're on YouTube with me. It's not neither here nor there, is it, really? Let's be honest.
So are you gluing the two parts together now?
I have glued the two parts together. I am just putting a bit on the front. What I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to break it as best I can.
Yes.
Because it's not an important part, this part.
Yeah, we don't really need this bit.
So what I've discovered is that, for me anyway, I can't actually get it in the hole properly.
Oh my.
And I'm not quite sure why that is.
Quite a snug fit.
I think what it is, I've done something to the cockpit.
Right.
That I've not fixed properly. This is what I'm guessing anyway.
Mm.
But it's okay. It will go. It's fine. I just got to sit here and hold it.
Yes.
I think what it is do you remember on the instrument panel was that little tiny bit you had to add on the side?
Yes.
I think I've not done it quite at the right angle. I think that's what it's about.
Right. Okay.
I think I've not used enough angle on it.
It's all about the angle of the dangle.
Mm-hmm. If you don't get your dangle in the right angle, it creates issues for you. Well, yeah, no, that's very much off the wrong angle.
Let's not go there.
No. See, Steve, it's not just me, is it?
Well, it's not just you. I bet it is.
You know, making situations.
Inappropriate comments.
What? No, the charge was not inappropriate comments. That's gonna annoy me all day long. No, I think I've got it actually. Or have I? That'll do. That'll do. It's not correct, is it? Or is it? Oh, man. Right, now that's playing up. Why is that playing up now? I had that perfectly a minute ago.
you. There we go. Super fast train stuff.
Right, okay. I think I've done it.
Yeah, got it.
Well, I've got it as best I can get it. I think that'll have to do. Right, cool. Put my chunky monkey up there. Oh, actually, I can put that on, can't I? That will help potentially. I think. Oh, hello. All right, we'll have that off to start with because I don't know if that's meant to be on there or not. Oh, don't cut that bit off, James. Right, there we go. Cool. So what I've also done is I've put the front on as well.
Right. Oh. Got you.
And that buttons all up nicely. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to be a bit naughty.
Are you?
I am.
Why? What are you going to do?
So, I was talking a minute ago about having potentially a project to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can actually say what it's about. There isn't a secret or anything. So yeah. So obviously, those that are members of the Model Officers Mess will know that we have a build at the end of the year, which is a winter group build, and which is good for two reasons. Because I wanted to do a nice build at the end of the year, but also it just so happens that the Scale Models for Vets, which is the Dutch equivalent of Models for Heroes, have got their 48-hour group build coming up,
Yes.
which is in about 4 or 5 weeks, I think, off the top of my head, which shares through no amazingness the same theme, would you believe? So if you want to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, you could get involved with the 48-hour build and do your winter build, and jobs are good one. But then on top of that, next year, I want to do some group builds and I want to be a bit organised about it. So one of the suggestions, which I think I'm gonna go with, is B-17s. And I'm sure there's a lot of people going, oh god, boring, isn't it? But B-17s with a difference. So the idea being is B-17s, as you wouldn't normally see them. So one of the things that they did with the B-17s is the early Mark B-17s were brought over to the United Kingdom and given to the RAF. And I'm sorry to say to our American cousins that the RAF thought they were inadequate. So they didn't take a big order from America, but what they did do is they sent them out with different roles instead. So one of the roles they had was for
Is that like bread rolls?
A little bit like bread rolls. More, well, yeah, more bread roll, but less baguette because obviously it's British, not French.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things they did was they did patrolling at the Atlantic. Another thing they did was pathfinding. Strangely enough, seems a bit weird for a great big aircraft like that. But one of the other things was they did formation airplanes. So a formation airplane is basically a very vividly painted aircraft, but all the other aircraft converge to get into their formations to go off on their bombing run, and then the very brightly painted one would go back to base, having successfully done its job, and wait for the boys to come back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do. So in the UK, we have a B-17 called Sally B. Quite a famous aircraft, and certainly the only one in the UK, and I think I'm right in saying the Europe, that is still flying. So the group build will be the Sally as you didn't see her before. And it also just so happens to be the commemorative year of Sally B flying for display purposes, which I think is 60 years or 50 years, something like that. So yeah, so we got in contact with the Sally B Foundation, and there may be prizes.
What do points make?
Prizes. So yeah. Cool. Jim just said quite right. Coastal Command flew Fortresses. They did, yeah. Fortress Mark 1. They didn't like them, but yeah, they did. I actually have on my wall here in front of me a picture of a B-17 that was used as a pathfinder, where its nose has been adapted, and aerials and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Right, okay. So let me catch up with the chat because a few things have been said and we missed them. So have fun at Telford. Yeah, Junkwork says so many kits, so little money. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Joe's just saying he's more than happy to share. Jim is saying a question. How's the fit of the fuselage? Well, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think it's fairly good. Carl said to me he thought there was some whoring gaps.
Yes. I've got a few.
Which I've got a couple of little gaps that all need filling, but they're not too bad. But this bit here, just underneath, I don't know if you remember, but basically this piece here is something you stick into the fuselage itself. There's like a little step that you put it in, and mine's not too bad actually, as it happens. I was a bit worried by that, but you know, that's fine. And the only other issue I've had is this piece here on the front. This side has fitted in quite nicely. This side has not, which I'm a little bit distressed about because if I run my tweezers here, you can see there's a little bit of a step there. So I'm going to have to play with that because that will annoy me. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about it, but leave it for the moment. I think it'll be a case of a wee bit of manipulation, I think would be the right phrase. But yeah, not too bad, Jim, to be honest. Rissoles, says Steve. I'm not quite sure why he said that, but he did. And assembly ships, yeah, that is what they called them, Jim. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if you've seen them, but they've actually, I'll give you an example. So one of the assembly ships would be a polka dot design on the aircraft. And you can't miss it. It's the honest truth. But I should imagine some people did. But yeah. Anyway, it's now engine time for me. Are you already engineering in, or are you still?
I've got a bit of engineering done, but not a lot. I'll cut one piece out.
Okay. So yeah, let's get some engineering done. And obviously the other thing in which we could do on this particular section is add our other bits and pieces to the fuselage, so the tail flaps. That could be done potentially. And there is a little section on the side here which is either open or closed, but I can't quite remember what that is for. And I would assume it would be closed when it's on the ground. Not sure. Yeah, I think that's where we're sort of at. So let's have a little bit of a cut of some bits here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be fun. There might be a bit of exciting cleanup action this evening on the engine. Yeah. Oh, I hope that bit was meant to fall off. Yeah, so when Karl said that he doesn't build planes, he might be doing another one sooner than he thinks.
Oh,
maybe not then.
How'd you work that one out?
Well, I thought he might get involved in the B-17 Sally has not seen before build.
No.
Oh.
I'd probably end up starting it and then spending a fortune on it, not starting it, and then just it ends up in a box.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. I am going to mask up my canopy and get that on.
Okay, mate.
Because I'm just going to keep ripping pieces off this.
Have we taken another bit off?
I've done it twice already.
Oh. Oh.
It doesn't want to go back on. Oh.
Right. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Why is that different then? I'm intrigued. Oh, okay, that's the one I want. That one there.
I need 3 pairs of arms. Got enough hands.
That bit, and that bit. And I want that one.
Yeah, no.
Right, that's enough to play with. Any other questions, guys? Put them in the chat by all means. More than happy to answer them. So Joe's saying that would be a great temptation. A great temptation. Mm-hmm. That's in relation to the B-17 build. Carl, I could help with a few reference items. I don't know if that's for the B-17 or for what you're doing. Let me know, Joe.
Do planes always have gaps like this?
Where?
Everywhere.
No, they should pull together relatively well. You just need to do a little bit of time, let the glue flow, bit of tape, hold it together. And you should be all right. Put it together.
Oh.
So that one. Oh, what a mistake to make.
Oh, Italian. What a mistake to make.
No. That goes in like that. Ah. Huh? Are you sure? That's interesting.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Now, question is, paint them before gluing them together or not? I think paint before job. So what sort of tools are you after when you go to Telford? Anything particular or just something that grabs your fancy?
Just something that grabs my fancy, something that I haven't got.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. Yeah, if I plan to do some more of these flying things, then maybe some of the stuff for doing that. What are them things called that put the holes back in once you've sanded them off?
Rosy Riveter.
That's the one.
Yes.
Because all this lovely, lovely detail they put on these planes, and it is lovely. And by the time you've before you've even got paint on it, it's all gone. Because you've filled over the top of it, you've sanded it, you filled again, you sand it, and it's like, oh. And then you watch people other people, and they got this little thing out with a roll, and they go whoop, 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 and it looks like they've never even touched it.
Yeah, I want to get some of those myself.
Some of those.
One thing.
How many is there?
Well, yeah. Yes, there can be more than one.
Huh?
Well, rivets come in different sizes, Carl.
That's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
Different
Is it playing you up?
No, rosy riveters. Why would they come in different sizes?
Because rivets are in different sizes.
They all look the same size on this plane, like.
Well, yeah, but this is 1/48.
Yeah. Yeah. And?
They're going to look different in a different scale, aren't they?
No. Not enough to notice anyway, I wouldn't have thought. But that's my lack of experience talking there, so maybe it does. That's the thing to see. You know, if you get to Telford and I can find some, I should probably drag you along as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like say, you know, go, well, what's what?
And I'll go,
Don't
what are you
know.
asking me for?
Oh, look at the holes, man.
Let's have a look.
Like, look at there's a massive hole. There,
Where?
it doesn't go anywhere near together at the back of there.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No matter how hard I push. Oh shit! No matter how
Oh,
hard I push that piece,
oh
it does
no.
not
Okay.
go together.
Yeah. No, you're right.
That bit there, I could not get that to thingy. I don't know why this is a bit of an odd shape as well. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not symmetrical, so to speak. This bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Will that need to be filled in to get rid of that line on there? Or is it supposed to have a line down the middle? For the most part, it's gone together a lot better than when I just held it by hand, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I've knocked that piece off again. Yeah, it's gone together a lot better than when I just had it by hand. This bit's gone together quite nice. I just keep knocking the glass bit off there.
Mm-hmm.
Same as I bent that about 5 times and then eventually snapped it off.
Mm-hmm.
I do primarily build armor and spaceships, which you don't have to be quite as delicate. So yeah, it's starting to look a bit like an aeroplane. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining per se, because I'm sure you're going to show me how to fix all this. I don't like that silence.
Yes, Carl. I certainly will. Somehow.
Yeah, I've just gone to push this piece on as well, and yeah, there's some. I suppose once you push it together, the glue starts to.
Yeah,
put it all together.
it will sit in there. Only thing is just on the 2 side fuselage pieces, just make sure that any tags have been taken off, because I left one on there and for a minute or two I was like, why is that not going in there? But yeah, it's flat, so it will just sit on there quite nicely.
Yeah. I'm going to break something.
The fit's good. The fit's good.
Bit.
And Joe is just saying there he definitely will be giving you some reference items for the B-17. Thanks, Joe. It's good to see a bit of encouragement. What's annoying for me is this piece here, that little bit you put in front of the cockpit. It
Glass.
just no, the little bit of panel that you put in front of the cockpit. This bit here, I just can't get this side to sit nicely. I don't know why. It really just does not want to.
Doesn't want to play ball.
No. And it's a shame, because if I push down on it, it goes flush. It's lovely.
Right.
It's just the bit of glue that I've got is just not strong enough to keep it there.
Got you.
So I'm going to leave myself holding this for a minute or two to see if I can keep it in place while the glue sets.
Yeah, so I've
I've
broken out
cut.
the quick acting stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that will be my next trick, if I'm honest, because I've done it a couple of times, and it's not gone well so far. But I'm going to give it one more go.
yeah.
And then if not, I will, after we've done a bit of recording, I will put a little bit on a cocktail stick and do it. But the reason I'm avoiding it is because I know as soon as I do it, I'm going to end up with a fingerprint. And that's going to really wind me up.
Yes.
Because it's just in the right place for everybody to see it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, that piece has gone on a little bit better than what it's still a few. Oh no. It's extruded a bit as well, so that's good. Be able to sand that back. Yeah, it's gone on quite nice, that.
Done. I'm not fiddling around with that anymore. Right. So yes, I've cut some bits and pieces off for the engine. I've got one more piece for section 9 here that I'm going to cut
see
off.
this piece here on the engine? It's on the sprue. This piece here. Looks like all exhausts and stuff.
This bit?
You got get where your thumb is, yeah. Why don't they use that?
Because that is in the more detailed thing. But
is there any way to use it in this one? Because that's
I don't know.
Detail, right?
I don't know. There must be. Is the honest answer. And I would think. I mean, I don't know, but I would think that would go in between. Where would that go, actually? Would that go in between the pistons or...
Yeah, because you've got all these exhausts as well, so it must be going on somewhere as well, hopefully, because that is lovely.
Not in this kit.
No?
No, not in this kit.
It's a shame.
Yeah,
because it's part 3 as well that's not used. That I can see. Yeah. Yeah, what a shame. All that plastic and you can't use it. Hey ho. Tis what it is.
They're the sort of things that people like Joe would just love. So if you put me in a parcel and
yes.
send it on to Joe.
Yes.
Right, okay. So 7 is what I was going to cut out, which is that one there.
GC7. 6, 7.
Best of bloody British.
Oh, jeepers. Look where they put the sprue gates on that.
I know. Actually, Carl, you just get it, cut the bits off.
Yeah.
You got the big fat bits.
Yeah.
And then just put your nail on it and put it towards you.
Yeah.
It literally just falls off.
Yeah.
Although it does leave a great big chunk of in plastic that you can't get to clean up. But anyway.
That's what a bit of glue will smooth that off,
Mm.
I think.
Yeah, what a strange place to. There'll be a better way of doing that, surely to God. Right, cool.
Because there's a great big thingy in the middle of it as well, if you look. On the back end of it, where the sprue gate was.
Mm.
Because that's got to come off as well.
Yep. Yeah, so one of the things in which I want to do is I will, or one of the things I will be doing is I will be picking up some new drawers and stuff like that.
Yes, I will be giving Andy a visit.
So AB&A will be visiting and dropping some bits.
Because I've got
but I
some
also
stuff
want.
bringing down to Telford for Steve as well.
Oh yeah.
So.
But I will want to increase. This will sound a bit crazy, but I want to increase the amount of handles I've got for my blades.
Right.
Because I've got small blades, chisel blades, all sorts of blades. And
yes,
I've decided
I've got 2 different sizes.
I want a drawer of blades, the different types in actual use, rather than taking one off to reuse the handle, etc.
Yes,
right, so that's all the main parts. Now to fiddle around with this, come off that, I think. Okay. So I need
2,
13.
1 and 2, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind me.
13. Jesus Christ. 14. 14. That one there. 21, which is all the way over here. I know I saw that earlier. So yeah, that's one thing in which I want to look for. I also want to look for bases. So I've got a couple of projects in mind where I want to have some nice display bases. So I want to have a look for
plastic.
Yeah, wood.
Wood. Okay.
So I want to have a look and see what there is, who does what, and make some contacts, basically.
Yeah.
Well, so that goes there, so that must go there then. Correct. Oh, I got you. Right. Yeah, so I want to check out some of those. I want to check out someone that supplies brushes that I spoke to last time.
Yes, he was.
I need to catch up with him.
He was at Scale Scotland.
Seems odd to me. I don't know why.
Oh, nearly.
I also must remember. So obviously, when we go to Telford, one of my things that I'll be doing, one of my duties, if you like, will be part of the podcast. We will be giving out little awards to people just to say that we like their model and all that sort of stuff. And we have not gone down the route of many other podcasts. We've gone our own way. as you would expect. So I have got lots of, well, not lots actually, it is selected, but I have got a box full of golden nuts that I'll be handing out. So if you're ever so lucky, you will end up having one of my nuts on your table next to your model. Well, I say my nuts, they're Malcolm and mine's nuts. They're not. You know,
Yes.
it's not all about me. Yeah, so I've got that to do. But all the nuts are done now. They're all ready to rock and roll.
Happy days.
Right, okay, so what didn't I cast that? I'm getting into some small parts now of the engine. So that would go like that. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, that's not the way around I expected it. But...
See, this is quite funny. What we're doing right now, this could have all been molded in one go.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes, quite easily. Be a bit of a bugger to get it off the sprue, but yes, very much so.
Oh, okay.
Are you working on the nose?
Yeah.
Have you built this part?
No. What part's that? Hang on, let me look. No, I haven't put those together. I've taken off the sprue and I'm going to paint them individually.
Ah, why?
No reason, just to make it a little easier, that's all. You can do it together. I did look at it, putting it together and go, shall I, shall I? I thought, oh, no.
Okay.
Cool, blimey, Governor.
Hmm?
Cool, blimey, Governor. It seems odd.
Come on.
Oh, that would make more sense. Doesn't mean I'm right, but...
There we go.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to go with that.
This does not want to go together. Ah, there we go. Yowzers, KV.
Yowzers, KV. I haven't heard that for ages.
What, Captain Caveman?
Yeah. Not heard that for ages. Have you put part 9 on yet?
Part 9?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm doing the engine.
Oh, okay. Part 9 is literally, I don't know what way that goes. It's meant to have some sort of detail, and I can't see it for the life of money.
Absolutely no point for that. That should have just been moulded on. I want stacked in on that. No, I do not. 1, 2, 4.
Right, so that's all done. Wow. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions. Steve's just saying there, that sounds like a plan, James. I need blades, etc. Were you thinking of squirrels? Squires. Yes, probably. Yeah, that's probably what. Sorry.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Squirrels?
Yeah, no,
Squirrel.
it was partly my dyslexia, and partly I was thinking of nuts. But anyway,
Nuts on the brain.
Squires, yes, Squires is a good place to go for blades
Yes.
and all that sort of malarkey. He also said not golden balls, golden nuts. Definitely, no, I'm not putting balls. He's done definitely nuts. They're saying last bit of painting done on the Corsair that he's doing. Oh, lovely.
Nice.
And Jim is saying, what paint scheme markings will these planes be in? So it's a very good question, actually. And I think I'm not sure what Cole's thoughts are on this.
I think I've got an idea of what I'm going to do.
Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Mine's going to be a bit of a mishmash of both.
Oh,
because I like aspects from both.
Oh,
I know that's very uncouth,
oh,
and people might get upset about it.
Well,
that
it's
is
your
a
model.
lovely fit, by the way.
The engine. Yeah.
The GC7 part, the thin bits.
Yes.
It fits to each cylinder head.
Each cylinder.
Very nicely. Yeah. You have to manipulate them with the tweezers.
Yeah.
Dab a glue on it, then manipulate it into position. But yeah, there's no gaps, nothing. Very nice. Very nice.
What we like to hear. So for myself, it's a good question. I'm not 100% sure which one I went for in the end in my head, but I think the one I probably will do will be this one here, Jim. So this is the 82nd Fighter Squadron, 78th Fighter Group, 8th Air Force, that were based at Duxford in summer of 1944. Well, Duxford is just up the road for me. So, and I think I'm right in saying that this is the scheme of the P-47 I did as a youth, in my youth, in a Matchbox kit. So that'd probably be my choice.
Yes. I will be having this paint scheme, the underside and the top greens. I will be having this nose on it as well, but I am also going to include the yellow tail and the decal of the looks like a caveman, Hairless Joe.
Hairless Joe, yeah.
Like that. So Yeah, I'm having a bit of a mishmash of both.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So yeah, just in I live in a little village, just up the road from me, is a place called Sawbridgeworth, and they actually had an airfield there, which was what they would term as a relief airfield. So it was used for SOE, so dropping spies and bits and pieces in Europe. But it was also mainly used for training and for any aircraft that got themselves in difficulty and couldn't get themselves to Duxford.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we had quite a few fields around us, our old airfields. So you tend to have a few airfields which are specifically designed for someone to go and lump their plane into.
Yeah.
Into it if they need to. Right, I was looking at the instructions. It's the wrong two, James, that's why. Right, so that one there is... where does that go exactly before I start to clip it away? No worries. I think we'll break for a second and catch up with the chat, etc., etc. If I haven't done so already, which I think I have actually. But we'll have a quick look. So Steve is working on the Seaview science fiction piece. He said the function action is now complete. And he also says, how about doing half in one scheme, then the other side, the other scheme? Yeah, possibly. Don't think I will though, Steve, but yeah, you could potentially. And then he's saying, for the bubble canopy P-47, I think of Francis, whatever that surname is, plane. So yeah, it's obviously a pilot, sorry, that he thinks of. Oh. Sorry, just got to move myself a little bit because I'm a bit numb in places. So what I've managed to do while Karl is, he's back, but I will carry on anyway. What I've managed to do, just to keep you up to speed. So what I've done is I've taken all the bits off for the engine and put them on my corks, as I said about earlier. This bit here, obviously all these pieces on here, including this little nubby bit here, just there, sorry, are all additions to the one piece underneath. So a little bit of fiddly work, but it does look really nice. Certainly look very nice when it's detailed up. So yeah, the engine is now built, ready to be the wall there. Where does that go then? Ah, I see, said the blind man. Yeah, so that's all ready to be built up, but I'm going to paint it all first, which I'm going to head over to the sprue booth in a minute and give it all an under my coat. What about my ring?
How are you going to paint that?
What, that one?
Ah, I see. Just like that.
Just like that.
Good idea, Batman.
Well, you know, it's not all just beauty, you know, in this face.
Well.
Steady.
Easy, Tiger.
Right, bear with me a second. I am going to go mute. Potentially.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I don't know where if James got up to these. So Steve is saying the front section of the sea view is done. Excuse me. Excellent, Steve. Superb. I do believe you are recording this. Are you thinking of releasing it? Maybe. Let people see what it is that you are currently working on, because it's a beautiful model, like, and it's all lit and it is looking fantastic. And he's saying, how about doing one half in one scheme, then the other side in another scheme? Ooh, I don't know. Do people do that quite a lot? Interesting idea, like. Interesting. Bear with me 1 second. The tongue is sticking out. Jim is saying, for the bubble canopy P-47, I think of Francis Gabreski plane. I have no idea who that is, I'm afraid. Okay, so Steve is saying 2026, so it may very well be coming in 2026. But I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. All caught up with chat. All right. A lot of very, very, very small pieces. Okay.
So I'm primed.
What?
I have primed. I'm just cleaning out my airbrush. Hopefully you can't hear that.
Pardon? Can't hear you over the airbrush.
Hey,
A? A to
choose me.
me? You'll be saying balls to the colonel next.
I didn't know the Colonel was in.
Yeah.
Balls. Let's start on that. Just so there is transparency, I have actually used a pair of tweezers for my ring because it didn't stand up properly.
Didn't it?
No.
Didn't think it would.
No. Well,
I've heard your ring's no good, like.
well, it's a bit flaccid. Is that the right word for a ring? I don't know.
No.
No, maybe
No.
not. Droopy.
No.
No. Oh.
No.
So
Wizard's
it's getting
sleeve.
worse. Unable to seal properly. Oh, anyway, let's move on.
Yes, that's enough. Thank you.
Right. So I have cheated
Yeah.
a little bit in that I have an instrument in my possession which allows me to go straight into some painting. The reason I can do that is because I don't actually use it for what it's actually designed to do because I have none. Can you guess what it is I've used? Answers in the chat. Well, you can use it or you can guess.
I can guess.
Yeah, so all I'm doing now is all I've done is primed it. I'm just going over it with a little bit of steel. However, I've just had a brainwave. Might be a little bit too late now, but never mind.
Be very careful.
What I might do is on the second piece, I'm going to use a silver pencil and see what the difference is like. Because as we know, pencils and pens are all the rage. Do what you do.
How does that go? Destruction. That way. There we go. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That
will do. I also have a question for Joe, if you don't mind me asking, Joe. So the ring that I have painted, this item here, you can see that hopefully.
Burns.
Now I'm assuming that is the ignition ring. So would that be a copper color on the engine? Or am I completely mistaken? Which is probably possible. So no one's made any guesses about my tool that I've used. Some would say it would be heresy to use it in a model room.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yes. Things might get blown out of proportion.
Well, that's very true, yeah.
See what I did there?
I did, yeah.
So Joe is saying, depends. He's seen pictures of copper, grey, black with silver ignition points. So,
Ah,
eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a colour, whatever you want.
right. So what I'll do is I'll do it fluorescent green because it's my model and I want to do how I want. So
Yes.
no,
No.
no, I'll do it copper because that'll sit out quite nicely, I think. Right.
What? Okay. No.
Haha, don't you know?
Let's have a go. Why doesn't my model look like the picture?
Because you're doing a tank.
Oh, yeah.
What doesn't look like the picture?
The groove for putting this piece in. Looks like a nice, lovely, deep groove on the picture. Then I look on my model and there's like a
It's
slight
not. No,
indentation on the model.
it's a somewhere there job. Don't think the moulding is quite what it should have been, but it does sit quite nicely as it happens.
Okay.
So yeah, you feel almost cheated and disappointed, but actually, I'll have you know, don't you know? Thank you, cheers. I'm not going to go too mad with that. Where's my box of goodness?
Oh, sorry, if that came through quite loud.
So he also says, Jim says, that for his Corsa, he did an aluminium plate. Okay. Well, yeah, that would. That
makes no sense at all. That piece does not fit in that hole.
It does.
In any way, shape, or form.
It does. You've got like a square, a circle. What's the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, you got a circle underneath that part.
Yeah, but this is like a flat groove for it to slot
Yeah,
into, but it doesn't.
It doesn't need to. It just sits in it.
Now, there's a ring around this piece. Does this sit on the ring, in the ring, above the ring?
Right, let's have a look. Hang on.
Because it really doesn't say in the thingy.
Right, show me the bit. Right, so underneath you've got like a ring, ain't you? No, the other bit you just showed me. Oh,
a ring?
Is it like a ring?
No, it's like a hexagon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hexagon shape.
Yeah, that's the bit that sits in that groove.
Yeah,
which doesn't make any sense because it's a groove.
No, there's a flat piece at the back. Does that sit inside the ring on this? On top of the ring?
No, it sits on top of the ring.
Ooh, dropsies. Okay.
It'll literally, because if you look on the ring, there's like two little bits that come off the ring. It'll fit just inside. Because the first one I put on, I put it on so it sat, it didn't sit in the ring, and then I suddenly realised that actually I'd made a faux pas.
And it's gone. Just literally seen it fall right there. Gone forever.
Oh no! What was that? Was that the bit you were just showing me?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
It would be there. You don't want to do that with part 7.
So if I
Will
put
the-
this back piece on top of the ring, the bit underneath doesn't reach the plastic circle.
Okay.
Hold on, maybe. Stand by.
Because it should fit. It slot in between two tiny little nubs of plastic. That ring, and then the base will sit on it where it's meant to sit in the groove.
Oh, it's a fiddly little bit, like.
It's a bit of a pain, but once you get some glue on it, it sort of does it all for you. If I'm honest.
I thought they might have touched. They don't. They're nowhere near. That's a shame. That would have been much better. Okay, they're lined up. I think it's in the groove. So yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, I wonder what it's supposed to be.
Our resident engine expert is in the chat. He might tell you. I just hear everyone running for cover. That's not talking about me.
It's the blue bit that goes whiz pop. Right. Let's put a bit of that.
So you're about, when you get to part 9, that is your sump putt. Yeah, it's a nut basically. It's nutted.
Oh, that's already on. Did that first.
I found that a real pain in the backside.
Yeah, I put the microscopic bit on first.
Oh, see, you're so much cleverer than me.
It is quite small, isn't it?
It is. It is, because you cut it off and you're like, well, even before you cut it off the sprue,
Yeah.
it's just, well, which way does it go up? I'm not sure.
Right.
And when you cut it off, you've got no chance of knowing which way's upside down or whatever.
GC13, last piece on this bit.
Go you. Go you.
Says the man that's already in paint.
Yeah, but
Come back next week, it'll be finished.
in fairness, you say I'm in paint, but I haven't put the two pieces together that I've painted. So you are technically in front of me. Right,
Sanders. I've got to start taking my sanders as well before Telford, so I know what I need.
Yes. To yeah, I'm okay, I think, for sanders generally, but I do need a couple. Oh. Right, I need. Therefore, it must be around here somewhere. Right,
we'll try it that way.
Do it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That'd probably be best, definitely. To be fair.
I would. All day long.
It's like building a car engine, man.
A car engine man?
Car engine man. Well, I think that's that.
You haven't done it, have you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Did you put GC11 in?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
I just realised I didn't.
Oh. Silly sod. I thought it was going to be. Don't put that in yet.
Oh
Goodness.
yeah, no, you don't want to put it in yet. You
Whatever
put
you
that
do,
in
don't put that
way
bit in.
Oh.
You know when we started, whatever you do, don't do that first bit. Right. I am going to get some twazzers. Spray this. Actually, no, I'm not spraying tonight.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, where are my bendy ones?
Did you misplace your bendy ones?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
My grippy
Yeah.
tweezers, these.
Yeah.
Got ones with a bend on the end, so like you can leave it on your desk and it bends up and you can have a piece in it, but I'll put them somewhere safe.
I did. This is my one, honest. I didn't nick it.
Yeah, that looks just like mine. Same bending and everything. Oh.
And it bends the same way as my one. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, bugger. I wonder if Lisa's borrowed them or something. There's a good chance Lisa's borrowed them. Right, I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up because we are getting bits everywhere.
So I've gone aluminium on my ring.
Okay.
Because that'll contrast quite nicely with the the orange on.
Crikey, there's bits falling over all over the place.
I can hear stuff. I'm trying not to react to it because I'm just like, oh, please tell me he's not losing bits and feeling off. And...
No, we're not losing bits. We're just knocking things over.
So Stevie's saying there that one of the things on his list for Telford is he wants to get a base for his drone.
Oh, I didn't know you got a drone, Steve. Bring it for Telford so we can have a play.
No, he's getting the drone from what was it called? Oblivion.
Computer game.
He's going to get no, it's the Steve, help me out. What is it? And Steve said hairdryer ages ago. I didn't notice. Yes, you're right. I did use a hairdryer. Hairdryer.
Hairdryer. From north.
Right. So, from
hairdryer. Up north.
Hairdryer.
Hairdryer.
Right. I pull that out.
Sorry.
Now, I was just pulling my thing out.
There's my knife drawer. That's what my knife drawer is.
It should go on there like that. All right.
Got a few knives, but not many.
Yeah.
My blades are kept in a separate drawer, so.
Did I do that right?
I just hit my camera again with my hat.
So that is the front.
We are tidied up a bit. I'm going to paint these off camera. Because my spray booth is all the way over there. There we go.
Yeah, so I just painted all these bits up individually. I'm just going to glue them together.
Right, hold on, stand by. Let's have a look. Look nice when you paint them properly.
Yeah, when I got a bit of paint on, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've done that. These are gonna that'll obviously go together like so.
Yeah. What colour will you paint the things that connect to the...
That one.
Yes.
That's a very good question. I think as I've done my ring,
Like
aluminium,
Mm-hmm.
I might go copper.
Okay.
Just for some contrast, but I don't know if that's the right or wrong thing to do. I've got to be honest.
I'm surprised you didn't do the thingies aluminium as well.
The what aluminium? The cylinder heads.
Yeah.
No, I used what did I use? I used steel for those. Don't know why, just always do. Joe, if you're watching, the two pieces I'm now holding up, can I paint those two different colours? Or have they got to be the same? Actually, if I put it up so you can see it a little bit clearer. Because I'm thinking the one that's in primer, this one, doing it copper and leaving that as aluminium. Or is that just being really stupid? Let's see what Joe says. Yeah. And then I'll probably just be really stupid and do what I want anyway. But that's not the point.
Yes.
But yeah, and then obviously this section here, the bit that goes on the front, like so, with all the bits and pieces that we've added on and all that and the other. I'll have to double check the colour of that because I got a sneaky feeling it's like a light blue or something like that.
Let's have a look. So it is saying 14 is the colour.
Oh, is it? Has it got colour on it? You know, I didn't even look at the instructions, man.
14 is... Oh.
A neutral grey.
Yeah, neutral grey.
For
that nose cone bit. So the thingy is 02. Aluminum. Yep, and the ring is 8, which is zinc chromate yellow.
Oh, really? So what I've just painted aluminium?
Yes. And the wheel spokes is number 4, which is black.
Ah, okay. So your cylinder heads have actually got two colours on them, haven't they? Have they? Maybe
yes,
not.
the top bits where the you've got the connections is number 2, which is aluminium, and the actual main body, I believe. No, it's only one colour, number 2.
No, it's both aluminium.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because won't they be cast aluminium? I don't know.
I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I just did them as steel.
Yeah. So Steve says, I'm getting the drone light kit and base for my JJ prize. It's the 1/9 battle drone from Oblivion, a light and sound kit for it, then a base for my JJ prize, which I'm going to do the full works on. Nice. And Joe is saying, I painted them different colours before, so... I don't think it really matters, the engine, because even though they probably are cast aluminium or something, there's a good chance they were painted anyway. But I'm surprised that bit's neutral grey. That's a bit...
Isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know what zinc chromatic yellow is.
So zinc chromatic yellow, I will show you exactly what colour that is.
Is that
Because
sort
as
of
it happens,
that sort of colour?
Oh, hang on. It's not all about me, you know. Yeah.
Because that is in Tamiya. That's a yellow green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar. Okay. Oh, what's that noise?
Just
Stop
bashing
it,
one
James. Okay, hurry up. Hurry up, we're live.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
It's all right, lay off.
Yes, I will. Well, do you know what? Yet again, the second week running, if I'd only read the instructions, I would have a better idea of what I'm doing. But, you know.
Yes. Yes. They do help, don't they?
I did that last week. Plowed ahead and went, oh, what? I got to read instructions. Why does it say that?
In the instructions.
Oh.
So, question. I think I asked you this
Yes.
earlier on. Are we going to need to fill these lines in on the bottom of this plane?
Yes, we'll be doing a bit of filling.
Okay.
It's not going to be that difficult.
Yeah. Depending on what sort of type of filler you've got.
Well, I think for me, the first thing I've got to do is I've got to fix this because this is really going to piss me off.
I've only got a bit of Humbrol, and that's about 20 years old. It's still soft.
Then okay, let's take these bits off. Let's have a look, see how bad it is. Shall we? Lots of little bits and pieces coming off the bottom. Okay, so for me, I've got a little bit here at the back.
Yes, that's where I've got as well.
I've got a little bit here. I haven't taken that bit off. Let me have a look.
The tail's good.
Yeah, I've got a bit there as well.
Yeah.
So I think, to be honest with you, Carl, let's have a look. I think just a little bit of build up of glue would be more than ample to do that.
Yeah, I've got a bit here as well. What do you mean, a bit of build up of glue?
Because I like some thin sprue glue.
Ah, okay. That we have plenty of.
Just a very thin splodge of it. I think would cure those. And then I think a very light sand, maybe.
So I think the sand's going to help this nose part here.
Oh.
Because it does feel pretty smooth like.
Yeah, very light sand, and that's fine. In fact, to be honest, this front part of the nose, if you do a very light sand, he says, very light sand and a little bit of glue. And a little bit of sand over the top. There you go. Gone. There you go. Really light light sand. You get that. The only thing I haven't got is my buffer. Where's my buffer? That's something I've got to get. I've got to get some buffers
Yeah.
at Telford. My buffer is on the way out. Now, can we do the same trick on this back bit? Yeah, we should be able to.
Yeah, I think this is my, one, but it'll be BF-109. I built the Russian little thing, 48-hour build. I built the biplane, no, triplane. The Baroness triplane. And that's it. Oh no, I remember I started that Spitfire.
Yeah.
That ICM one.
Yeah.
Straight in the bins.
Yeah.
So that didn't get completed. So yeah, this is my 4th plane.
Didn't you do a biplane as well?
No.
Because you did the Focker's Foes, but there was another one, wasn't there?
Fokker Foes was the Baron I did.
Right.
The same one that Steve, because Steve did the same one.
But you did the Fokker as well, though. Which that was the no. The Fokker you did was the triplane.
Yeah, Fokker Foes was
Fokker Foes would have been a British.
No, it was the Karpov thing, the Russian thing. Polykarpov or whatever it's called.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And the BF-109, I think, was just a build that I thought, oh, I'll build an airplane. So yeah, this is only my 4th plane. Uh-oh.
So all of those gaps, bar what I'm just doing now.
Right.
So this one here, I'm putting a bit of sprue glue on. But all the others, a very light sand, a little bit of extra thin, and then resand, and then all the powder from the sand fills those gaps nice and easy.
Okay.
But that one is going to be a bit more stubborn.
These gaps do look like they're supposed to be there underneath.
Just noticed I've got a bit of flash actually on
that bit
here.
Yeah, I had a bit of there as well. Needed a bit of a clean up.
Bit of a strange. It's a bit of a strange moulding. That is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's on this side, it's got some shape to it.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's got nothing. Nothing at all.
It's not symmetrical.
No. I won't touch it. Leave it be. That's fine. And then on top half, everything seems to be hunky-dory, to be honest. Very light sand and a bit of a buff. Yep, looks all good. Take this off. Yep. Ah, right, yeah, that isn't a light sand, but you get away with the same technique. together. Last little bit on this back here. There we go.
So Joe is saying there are pictures of many combination on engine components. So yeah, but it's a proper mishmash. And Steve is saying it will be done in 30 seconds, Carl. Not sure. And we've been joined by MP and Model Plastic saying good evening, James, Carl, and everybody in chat.
Good evening. Right, let's loosen this up.
Right, let's get some sprue goo in there. No, we've got sand in this back bit. Right.
Just going to hold that for a little bit again. I don't want to hit that with anything too strong. All right. You all right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly what I feared was going to happen has happened, so it's fine.
Which was?
Trying to get this bit into place. The glue's going to interact with the plastic in a way in which is not going to be helpful.
Got you.
But it's okay. It's not a fingerprint, so it's not the end of the world. That's really weird why that won't go in there. But anyway, better than it was. Leave it alone.
I am wondering whether to fill that. No, leave it be.
Okay, so I'm going to do that, and that. What are you wondering?
Whether to fill that bit. You said yours was pretty central, mine's right to one side. What's that?
I would leave it. I'll tell you the other thing in which you... a little bit of a risk, maybe. But what you could try and do is put a little bit of extra thin down it on either side and see if you can tease it across.
See if it'll move a bit.
But I wouldn't worry about it too much personally.
No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it as it is.
Right. We're having a change of plan.
Right.
Now one has read the instructions.
Right. Leave you be. Alrighty. Oh, where are we? We are still up to date with the chat at the moment. Ba-ba-ba. Right, I am going to make you aware. It is 12:15.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to wrap up?
You finish doing what you're doing. I'm as far as I can get at the moment, but you finish up what you are, because I can hear you squirting paint. So you finish that. We currently have 5 people watching. So if you've not said hello yet, please say hello. Let us know what you're up to and what you're doing.
And also, if you are watching this not live, because we changed the times a few times,
Yes.
write some comments in the video.
Yes.
Tell us what you're thinking.
Yes.
Ask us questions, whatever. Interact. Interaction is good.
Yes. And what do you think of it being not scheduled? It being a little bit all. It's not far off all over the place, is it? It's usually around Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Evenings, depending on where you are in the world, obviously.
Yeah, it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy.
Yes.
That we know. But the main reason for it being higgledy-piggledy today was because, obviously, 2 weeks ago, we had a shorter session because I had to shoot off and go and get my wife from work.
Yes.
And I felt a bit awkward about that. So that I'd done all that before we went live. So, yeah. Anyway, right. Okay. So, I can tell you where I'm up to. I've obviously done a little bit of painting. Now I've read the instructions. The said ring is done in the yellow chromide.
I think it looked better aluminium.
Well, actually, do you know what? I've got a plan. So, yeah, watch this space. It's going to be a bit funky. So yeah, I've done that. I've done the back wall in the chromate as well.
Uh-huh.
And I've also done this bit in the chromate as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's all done. Obviously a bit of overspray, but never mind. This I don't know if I'm going to go grey on it. I'm not sure. It looks.
I don't think I'm going to go grey on that.
I don't know.
I might go like a steel or an aluminium with a heavy wash on it.
Yeah,
you're only going to see the tip of it anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. I have an inkling I might know what I'm going to do, but yeah, we'll see. But obviously, yeah, I've done the piston engines in steel, which I think I've cheated myself a little bit, so they may change. Not sure yet. And that's pretty much me.
Excellent.
Yourself?
Me, we have buttoned up pretty much. We have got the front nose on. We have some sprue goo on the back here to fill this gap. I put a little bit inside of there as well because there's a tiny little gap at the upper part of that. Not that you're really going to see much of that, but it just fills that joint, so to speak. I keep knocking the glass sights off, so I am leaving them off for now. I've glued them on 3 times, so I'm not gluing them on again, just to knock them off again. I've still got some issues at the back here, but I'm just looking, the canopy is pretty much going to cover that section that is there. Obviously I've got my, is it an aerial?
Yep.
To put into there. Other than that, all the seem reasonably good. The ones down the front here, like I say, there's that piece there that's not really central. If you do build this, I would suggest leaving that out and putting it in at some other point.
Yeah, put it in the last minute.
Yeah, once you're putting the 2 halves together, maybe just slide it in and dab a bit of glue on it. That's that. The engine, I have gone and stuck the 2 halves together with the spokes of the wheel. I've been around each part and lined them up, and they do line up quite nicely.
Lovely.
So we will get that sprayed off. I've got the ring, the same as yourself, and the nose section all ready for paint. So that is me.
Cool. Okay, well, so yeah, so I think we're at a point where we're going to leave it for this session. The next one maybe on the Saturday. Do you think that might be the case, or shall we leave it loosey goosey?
Just bear with me. I want to check the date. That it's not the first Saturday of the month. No, I should be free Saturday. So,
okay.
For now, I would say yes. We'll be here next Saturday. What time though?
So it will be, I guess, the earlier time, if that's all right with you.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine with me. 8 o'clock-ish.
Okay, so 8 o'clock next week will be what we aim for. We'll pop that up as soon as we can confirm any other diary requirements that we need to double check. Yes. But yeah, that'll be us for this time around. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching.
Yes.
Tune in next week, and I think we'll start moving ahead quite fast, to be honest, because we'll be into the undercarriage and all that sort of stuff, and putting the wings on, and maybe putting some paint on this beast.
Any bits that break off easily, I'm not going to put on.
No. Right, so Karl will be painting his next week and decaling, and yeah, no, it should be fine.
Yes,
should be fine. Yeah, so we should. I think, if I'm honest, I think we'll probably be well on the way to getting things done next week, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll finish up the week after, and that'll be us. So we should hopefully get it done before Telford.
I doubt that very much.
Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and
Yes.
we will see you next time.
Yes, be good, be safe, keep making models.
Bye.
Bye.